towards like a Dr. Pepper, but a little softer?
I think that was the inspiration. It says raspberry spiced flavor cola. I thought it would taste just like Dr. Pepper, honestly, but
Where'd you get it from?
Ashley saw it.
Oh. I feel like it would go good with some spiced rum.
That's what Jared said yesterday.
Yeah, it'll probably be good with spiced rum or bourbon or something.
All right, I got this up on the live now. All right, guys, part two of this bear piece. If you watched part one, you saw how we got to here. If you didn't, well, it was a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and we kind of figured, you know what, this is how we're gonna go. Green for the Irish goodbye. Shout out to Jim. He's not Irish, I don't think. Maybe he is, I don't know. Have you guys tried the spiced Coke? It's okay. It's a, to me, it's like a 2 out of 10. It's okay. We'll be nursing that as we get along on part two. Now, there is going to be some noise in the background. If you watch my lives on Instagram, you know it's perfectly normal to have noise in the background when Clint is here because he is working on a project for a client. He's making some beams and such. So there will be some in the background. Sorry about that. That is annoying, but we have a shared space here. So I'm going to be... It went down a notch from yesterday. Oh, wait, did I say it was a 3 out of 10? I meant to say whatever I said yesterday, which, for those of you who are on my Patreon, we did an after church yesterday. We talked about Miranda rights. If you watched the last of these, part one, I was going to talk about, thank you, Martha, for looking back. I was going to talk about the tiger attack, but I forgot. And so instead we talked about Miranda rights and Miranda sings. And something else. I can't remember. Lateral violence within the Native community from my experience. That's what we talked about. Anyway, today we are going to do part two here. Try to get in some more blocking, probably of the mama bear and the cubs. Oh no. Oh, good. I thought I didn't bring this device out here. Oh, and it's dead. Hold on. I'm going to unplug you guys. I'm going to plug this in so that we don't die here so I can have some reference photos. And hopefully I don't forget to plug you guys in because you're only at 50%. I didn't plug you guys in last night. Plug you guys in. I didn't plug the phone in last night. So it's dying a bit there. Not dying. It's fine. But... some bad news, actually. So yesterday, I went to work. I was going to do part two yesterday, but I went to work at 4. Or, well, I guess more like 4:30. I left for work. And then I finished at around 9 or something. So I probably worked for like 3 hours or something. 3 or 4 hours. We had to do some planning and stuff, so technically I guess we worked for about 4 hours. Whatever, doesn't matter. We finished the thing because the inspector was coming today, framing inspector, and I did some framing that I'm not necessarily used to because we used the big timber frames, or timber wood, what we call timber. Every wood is timber, but instead of stick framing, we used timber framing, if you will. That's the best I could describe it. Anyway, doesn't matter. I was like, okay, well, we might fail if, right? I kept, like, I'm like, okay, so the load transfer into the ground, we're sitting on concrete, there's no footing, we might fail there, we might have to pour footings. Okay, we are putting up these beams here, they are nailed, they're hanged, they might require that the beam be underneath, so we might fail there. All these things where I was trying to make it minimalist, if you will, and have a contingency so if we did fail we could easily just remedy it, but we weren't working off a plan. Let me close that door for you guys. I don't know how loud that is, but hopefully it's not too loud. Anyways, basically I was preparing the client that we might fail because of whatever. And the stair people also made the stairs 3 inches too long, which is fine. Whatever. I'm like, we might fail because our clearance here is 3 inches too short. Blah blah blah. Basically saying this might happen, but they're not failure because we did a poor job, which is good. And he's like, okay. I'm like, and by the way, I never failed once in my whole life, so we'll be fine. I'm like, so don't be worried if they say, hey, we're not giving you a green sticker today. Failure does not mean not good. And he's like, okay. So we leave optimistic, I guess, last night. This morning, I get a phone call from Jared because he was gonna be there with the inspector. And he goes, hey. I'm like, did we pass? And instead of answering me, he says, all of our tools got stolen. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't prepare the client for that. I spent all this time saying, hey, we might fail because of these silly things that we can easily fix. I never said, hey, and also you might get some thieves breaking into your building. So all the tools got stolen. But luckily I brought all my tools home except for my nail gun, which the thieves didn't steal. Why did the thieves not steal my nail gun? I don't know. Probably because if you watch my videos, my build videos and such, you see like my tools are spray painted. And I do that so people don't steal them because they look like garbage. And I don't care what they look like because I know that they work fine. It doesn't bother me one bit. But you know who would care? Pawn shops. They'd be like, well, I can't resell this. This looks like garbage. They would be able to sell it for like $2. So I always spray paint everything. Anyway, the miter saw got stolen. The impacts and drivers got stolen. All the hand tools got stolen. Luckily, the table for the miter saw didn't get stolen. They were going to steal it because it was by the door. But they must have gotten spooked or something. So, same nail gun that was found in Armando's ditch. I didn't bring that there. We didn't need that tool, so it's actually here. And you know what? I never spray painted that tool. I should. Anyways, luckily none of my tools got stolen unless I left something there that I don't recall. However, the good news is we did pass, like I figured we would. Barring some scenario where we had to just add some stuff for beefing. So, all good. So that was my adventure last night, and that's why we didn't do part 2 yesterday. But we're going to do it today. I think what we're going to do, if you recall from part 1, I said I might make the mama bear smaller. But then I was thinking I might just move the horizon down a little bit. I might move this down to here. So let's see what that looks like first off. No, that's fine. I don't care about that. I just thought I didn't want you to be like, oh, let me solve this problem by myself if it was something crazy. Alright, sorry guys. I don't know if you guys heard that, but in the background I hear Clint go, fuck! Just let out an F-bomb, and I thought something happened and do with the table saw and stuff, I was like, shit, we should go see what happened. So, but he's fine. He's fine. Don't worry. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna start with some of that green. What was it called again? Dark olive green? Deep green olive. No, olive green deep. Olive green deep. Okay? And I'm gonna put the horizon probably about here, I think. Okay, let me see if that's a good line. By the way, how's everybody doing here? I hope you guys are all doing good. Does anyone have any ideas for titles for this painting? Any ideas for a title? Something like, I might just call it something lame, like sometimes with the animals, actually I think every time with the animals, except for with the elk painting, I think that one I called In the Rut, or I know I called it In the Rut, but I think that's the only one that actually has a title. The rest are just like rooster. Oh, big colorful roo, and majestic doodle doo as well. Those ones have titles. But I think usually I just go raccoon, hummingbird, you know? I don't really put the names for the animal ones because I don't know. It's not really my strong point in art, I guess. And sometimes even with the people, I'll just go, like, what is Dolly Parton titled? That might just be called Dolly. I don't remember. Okay. There's the table saw again. Let's hope he's not gonna get into another predicament. That's how you know Josh is a good friend. He's a YouTuber who does not take the camera along to a potential emergency, even though he would miss out on content. Well, sometimes I do. If you watched my... Wait. What video was that? Now I'm trying to think. Maybe I never have. Bear in the Woods. Okay. A lot of those PlayStations never came back after they got them out. What? When I was a pawnbroker, I would tell kids whose parents were pawning the PlayStations that we can't take things that didn't have a serial number. Oh. I see. A pawnbroker. Hi from Ireland. There was a period here when all yacht dinghy clubs were having their rib engine stolen. We painted ours to make them less attractive. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Which, that sucks, you know? Is that the nail gun you lost at the wedding? No, not that one. Also, I didn't actually lose it at the wedding, it turns out. Like Renee said earlier, it was in the ditch. Just over here. I don't know how it got there. It must have fallen out of my truck somehow. I actually recall a time where my tailgate fell down and I lost a milk crate of tools. Like, not tools, but like chains and hitches and stuff that I keep in the back of my truck. And I wonder if that was the same time that I also had that nail gun and it just went flying further or something. I'm not sure if it was the same incident or not. Okay. I forgot to check the horizon. I guess you wouldn't really call it a horizon, would you? Now, I didn't really want it to be in the middle of the canvas, but I think this being here is fine. Someone said in the comment section, they're like, hey, would it be more realistic if the tree didn't go across the whole, like the whole picture, or if it was not straight? But the composition, I think, looks better with it straight and going across the whole image. And I believe my reference photo, if we can hark back, if you will, to that, I believe our reference photo goes all the way across. Well, a reference photo. Right? Trees are tall. And it's pretty straight too. It's not exactly straight, but the photographer who took this probably would not have released this photo as a piece of art if it was too out. Just because it's a picture of a bear doesn't mean it's a good picture, you know what I mean? Like every picture of a bear that I've taken is not artistic at all. It's just, oh, here's a bear I saw. And that's how most people take pictures, just to document, you know, the event or the whatever they're doing. It's just documenting their experience. But this is not just a documentation of experience. This is supposed to be like, ooh, this is a nice piece of art. Okay, so I like that, I guess. Let me see where we're at. Okay, we're at 25 right here. This would be the middle. We're close. So right here should be the middle. We're close to it, and I don't know if it matters. I mean, I don't know. There's a rule that you're supposed to follow when you paint pictures. I don't give a crap about the rules, so if it don't look good, we'll change it. Okay. Now doing that, does that mean that I want the bears to be smaller? Or the mama bear to be smaller? Or no? I might make her smaller. Let me, if I make her smaller, see what I was gonna do here, I could make her smaller and let me check my references here. So I'm gonna use this as a reference, along with this, okay? Now, I'm trying to think here. Hold on, actually, what if I do this? 3 heads. If I go 3 heads, a body of a bear is 3 heads. Let me see here. Yeah, let's say about 15 inches. Well, her body would be all the way down here. Can't do that. If we do, okay, we're gonna go smaller. We're gonna make a smaller bear. Whoops. We'll use this paint bottle as a paint palette because the white paint is splotched on it. Okay. I think I want to keep it at the same height. Maybe. But if I'm trying to make it look like it's further away from this. I'm getting a phone call. I will ignore them. It's just the dentist. Okay. By the way, did you guys hear the phone ringing, or is it just I got new headphones? I don't know if you can tell. Probably not. And they're way different than the. When did that happen? They're way different than the other ones I had. Can you guys hear what's in my headphones on here? Did you hear that? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Gosh darn it. See, this is the part that I suck at, perspective. When there's multiple subjects in one painting, it's tough for me. Okay. So, oh, you know what? I have that one picture. Where is it? I might have not saved it. Oh, dang it. I don't think I did save it. Oh, you know what? This bear body is only 2 heads. 1, 2. So, hold on. I'm looking at a different picture. I can make it so it's only 2 heads. This tape measure is broken. So if I go 1. Oh, that's exactly what I did do. Okay, let's do. Okay, I'll actually make it slightly lower and then smaller. Ear here. Ear here. And I'm going this. So that will still be the one part of the chin. Okay? Then we'll go like this. Like that. And then we'll go. This probably will look a lot busier for you now because like everything's moved slightly. And also I might not do it like this. I don't know. It would probably actually be better if I did it with a different color. What if I do it with yellow? Because then I'll be able to see both at once. I'm going to do it with yellow. Just a little outline. Okay. Okay, a little yellow ear. Another little yellow ear over here. And then we have the back of the head, neck thing right here. Just like this. Okay, we got that. Then we want to go an eye right here, an eye right here. And then go like this. And go like this. Nose. Probably gonna have to move these pieces a little bit. Sorry about that noise again. Okay. Okay. What do I like more? What do I like more? The littler bear I think looks better. Can you guys tell? I don't know. It probably looks a little busy. Can you guys tell? Does the little bear? The yellow bear is a much better size, says Debbie. Yeah, that's what I think. Look at the painting from a mirror. Helps determine perspective. Right. Let me go put this in front of a mirror. Did you not see the video of me trying to turn around the freaking moose painting? In my old studio, I had this giant, actually a mirror of this size up against the wall, and I would use it all the time to see, like, so like this painting I'm working on. Right? So I'd hold this up, for example. And if it looked wonky in the mirror, then I knew that the features were wrong. And then I would work on it some more. I don't have a mirror in this studio. I used to. Actually, no, I don't actually think I did ever used to have one in here now. Now that I think about it. In my new studio, when I get the new building, if that ever happens, I will make sure that I have a spot specifically for a mirror. Here I kind of just, you know, moved in a way that was unexpected, right? Things do not work out the way that you want them to work out all the time, and then they are not as practical as you wish. You need to have Jack make you a new gnome. That's his gnome. That's his own gnome. And I could make a gnome too. I mean, I did make a gnome. For the same people he made a gnome for, actually. This one, though. Freaking bummer. I owe him a gnome. He doesn't owe me one. Josh would benefit from an old one-room schoolhouse for a new studio. Yeah, if it were big enough. I just gave away a large mirror. Zenobia, what the heck? Just so you guys know, Zenobia also gave away 2 canvases to me. They're right there. Which I will be using. My show is coming up so quick. So I gotta hustle. Okay, I'm happy with the yellow bear. We're gonna go yellow bear. Cub. I might even put a third cub somewhere. We'll see. Excuse me. Okay, let's get, we're gonna use this. This is, I can't remember what this color is called. It is all covered up. I think this is raw sienna. I don't have very much left. Oh, and I can't even unscrew the freaking lid. Come on. There we go. I am going to more than likely cut this open. Actually, you know what? We'll start with a darker brown first. All right, good enough. I don't have very much of this left either. All right. Okay. This will hopefully give us a better look at our bear. And we're just blocking in at the moment. Okay. That's his head. Looks like he's wearing, what do you call it? What's the lady who killed JFK? What was the thing that she was wearing? Frick, I forget what her name is. Or what the name of the thing, the scarf thing is called. One of the conspiracies is, hey, the whatever lady. Babushka. I think it's Babushka, right? No, it doesn't look like that anymore, but yeah. Is that hot sauce and ketchup on your shelf? It is. Because of the space series that I'm doing. Which, by the way, yesterday, not yesterday, grand opening day, I sold 3. If you watched my latest vlog, you saw that. 3 prints. I was like, sick. Did my friend get in touch with you about the hot dog stand? She did not. You will get your new studio. I predict that 2024 will be your year. After your art show, things will slowly start to turn around for you and Ashley. I hope that you have a good prediction there. Okay, so we got the muzzle. We're gonna put that apart. I'm gonna make a little bit lighter. Actually, a lot lighter, just so I can get the shapes. I want the shapes to be something. I want the shapes to be something. We got this snoodly nose right there. Somewhere. All right. Hey, do you guys like this song, Poncho and Lefty? I freaking love that song. I listened to it like 6 times yesterday. Put a slight grin on the mother bear entitled Grin and Bear It, as his baby bear's first fallen log encounter. Grin and Bear It. Dang, I like that title. I'm probably not going to put a grin on it because I don't think bears grin, but you know what? I'll make it look like it is a little bit. Maybe. I'll try to, we'll find it. We'll find a way to make that. I like that title. I just finished watching the new vlog right before this live. Feeling all proud of you. Oh, thank you. That was a good vlog. Yeah, is the cracker still up your nose? No, it came out. Somehow, or like my body absorbed it for its little bit of nutrients. Brain power, you know? Oh, that was so uncomfortable. It was just like, and by the way, I didn't even mean to start recording. This phone, if you do certain movements, like if you hold your hand up, it'll take a picture. If you do, I guess, look up your nose, it'll start recording video. I must have pressed it. I was just trying to look up my nose like a mirror, right? And then it just started recording, so then I just used it. Poncho and Lefty, is that by Willie Nelson? Yeah, and Merle Haggard. Who wrote Poncho and Lefty? Was it Town? I don't know who wrote the song, and I don't know who originally sang it, but I like the Willie Nelson version. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking the size here. She's got laser eyes. Nice laser eyes, which I'm also a fan of. Laser eyes. Sorry about that air compressor back there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll be right back. I'm just gonna put a box over that so it's more muffled. Okay, I'll be right back. Enjoy the picture for a moment. Might have not even made a difference. Did that make a difference? Can you still hear it just as loud or no? Okay, everyone look for the Pokemon card. Since we haven't been successful finding the card with Jack, might as well try here. Right. Is today Monday? It is Monday. Okay, it is Monday. Remember, today at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, my brother's going to be doing his show, which is a lot of fun. If you find the Pokemon card, you win something. I don't remember what it is. My dog just jumped up on my new 2-foot high bed. Waste of a $50 rent. It's the same, just a different tone? Dang it. That's hilarious. Well, it is a different tone. I can hear that. Sorry about that. Sorry about the annoying noise. Let me put this onto live chat there. Whoa. There we go. Okay. Let's do a little more here. Oh, of course. I put the phone right into the paint. Right into the brown paint there. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we got Mama Bear. Now we got to get these two cubs. Now cubs are often lighter colored, right? They're usually like a golden honey brown kind of. But we'll still do the dark brown as a base. Right? We don't have to be shy about colors that we're using to establish the shapes and such. Salute. Now both of these animal paintings, this one and the moose that's behind you guys, they're going to be at my show. They're going to be, if you recall that one vlog where I went there with my brother to the gallery, we're going to do the space paintings on the right and we're going to do the animal paintings on the left because I'm doing an animal sculpture. Hopefully 2. I don't know if I'll have the time, but we'll have 1 at least, and then we'll have some smaller sculptures as well. And so I want there to be a few animal pieces there, and that's why I'm painting these ones. Thank you to whoever reminded me about wanting to paint this bear, because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to paint on this one. And then someone said, oh, what about the bear? And I was like, oh yeah, duh. Was that Glow? I can't remember who said that. Has anyone here ever had a bear encounter? Like a close call, or it doesn't even have to be a close call. Just some to do with a bear. I'll tell you one. I'll come to the comments in a second, just in case someone does answer. But my mom, not my adoptive mom, the mom who you know from my videos, if you've watched. Oh wait, I should probably look at this. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, when she was a girl, she lived in this cabin, like a dirt floor cabin. And it was in the bush. I might be getting the details of this slightly wrong because I can't remember exactly. She told me this like such a long time ago. But anyways, they had some bush house anyway. They had like no modern amenities, if you will, right? And I believe it was in the forest where this happened. It could have been in a hunting cabin, though. I don't remember. But at some point, these cubs arrived, or they found these cubs, and the mother bear was dead or nowhere along or whatever. Anyways, they found these starving cubs, and they like adopted them. I don't know if adopt is the right word. They like nursed them back to health. And so my mom, I think she said she has a picture of this bear in her arms, this cub, which, I mean, that's like holding Hank. You guys remember my dog Hank? Imagine holding Hank. Like that's hard. Anyways, she said that one time the bear slapped her in the face and it almost knocked her out. And it was a little cub, just was playing, batted her in the face, and she almost got knocked out. I thought that was a cool story. They obviously didn't keep them. I mean, some people do. Like, you ever see that Russian dude with that giant grizzly bear? And he's just like playing with it? I mean, sometimes it works out, I guess. I don't know. I would never do that. I don't think. It's kind of nuts. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna put yeah, let's get some more of this green. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I have had bears in the backyard. No one believed me until I took them out back and showed the footprints, big as my hand. Oh yeah, I believe there would be bears in your backyard. Apparently, you occasionally have bears here too. Plus, there was that one in St. Albert in the town. My cousin's house had a giant bear paw print on the siding of the house right by the kitchen window. Oh, crazy. Are you going to make more cutting boards? I'm going to make one cutting board for my art show for a door prize, and then eventually I will make batch G as well. As I remember as a kid in a car when bears were on highway and people getting out to take photos, my dad was one of them putting apple on hood. Crazy. If it's far enough away, I would do the same, but like I'm not going up to pet a bear. Closest I came was hiking in Rocky Mountain Trail was shut down because in Rocky Mountains. Trail was shut down because of grizzly bear activity. Glennie says, I grew up in northwestern Ontario. We had a lot of bears at the local dump at night. Oh yeah. My little brother was riding his bike down the road and a mama ran across the road. He stopped and then the baby bears ran across the road after. Oh, dude, lucky. Hold on a second. Sometimes people's replies to other people's comments, I'm like, huh? How many phones does Josh go through in a year? I've had 3 spins total and twice it was push-ups. Rolling eyes emoji. Oh yeah, sometimes the spins are not worth it. You gotta suggest a new thing. You gotta suggest a new thing. For Jakota's show. He takes suggestions for the wheel all the time. Someone must have suggested push-ups. Will you have prints of bear and moose breath? I don't know. I'm not getting them scanned until probably after the show. We'll see. Does going to the zoo count? Hey, if it's a good story, it's a good story. I drove to North Carolina a few years ago and saw a cub on the side of the highway. He was adorable, but I didn't see Mama anywhere. That's my closest encounter. Dude, that was a trap. The Mama was hunting. That was the bait. Get out. Oh, look at this adorable. My husband was in campground getting firewood, and Bear was not far behind him, but husband didn't notice and Bear walked away. Scary for me watching. I feel like your husband would have just been like, yeah, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Any man who has a ponytail, you probably don't want to mess with, even if you're a bear. That's rough, Mrs. Robertson. I used to work at a sporting goods store and someone accidentally spilled a bottle of deer pee on me. Ironically, men kept complimenting me after, lol. Hold on, okay, I want to see. Because the only Mrs. Robertson comment here I see is, oh wait, I've seen a bear from the car at national parks. But I'm pretty sure that's not what you're replying to. Oh, I've had a bear spray encounter. Here we go. Yeah, that's no good. Bear spray is not great for you. I fortunately have never had that, I don't think. Unless I'm forgetting, but Ashley has. My brother chased the bear out of our campsite at Pemina. The bear wanted the bacon he was cooking. Bear lost. Did he have a ponytail? I've suggested quite a few things that are on the wheel. Push-ups just got cut recently. Oh, good. That's dumb. I wouldn't have put push-ups. The bear snuffled all around our tents. My kids were 7 and 9. Ooh, see? People got freaking close encounters like that. Yes, it was a long shift. I couldn't leave until the other manager came in. You couldn't leave? I would have been like, oh, looks like I can. See you later. I have deer piss all over me, and I'm not into that. What the heck? Look at these eyes. Oh, that's funny. Hold on. It's missing something. We got laser beam eyes, lightning eyes. Just keeping. Oh, I should have made them straight. Instead of lightning, I should have made them. She's keeping an eye on her cubs, get it? With her laser eyes. But they're more like lightning eyes. Wait, someone take a screenshot of this. Okay, good enough. Oh shit, that's green. I need brown. Okay. Back to business here. Okay, now let me look. Okay, I like both of those cubs. I don't think we have room for a third cub. I don't think. So we will just leave it at 2. Or I could move this one over to here. Hold on, where are my scissors at? Okay, I don't know where my scissors are, so we won't move them. But if we had them here, we could, in theory, put another one here. But I don't think we need 3. Also, I should put his other leg. Let me look at my reference photos here. Oh, I see what that one is. Okay, I'm gonna give the mama bear a little more. Legs. That's white. I need. Actually, you know what? No, what do I want to do? No, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, scratch that. This happens sometimes. Just thinking out loud. So I want to have it as if this is up above the ground a little bit. Well, you know what? Yeah, I do want that. I do want that. Dang, I like that color. That's what I should have done in here. What should do here? There we go. Okay, let me get some black. I might have to change up the nose a little bit, but I'm gonna do it as if this is good. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of purple. That's what I did in the deer, and I actually really liked how the purple came out. You can barely notice that it's purple unless you're like really close, because it dries very dark. This is a lot lighter than what it. Oh, the lighting is not there. There you go. It dries a lot darker than what you can see here in the light. So. And if you're unaware of what I mean by the moose, let me turn this around so you can see. There you go. Oh, thanks, Martha, for sending me the screenshot. So that moose there, I painted live on Instagram over like 6 or 7 sessions. I can't remember. So you can see those. I kept them up on the Instagram lives. And I will be doing more over on Instagram as well, probably. Like maybe I'll finish this painting over there. It's coming along, but I'm not into soccer, so I'm not really sure what to do in the background and stuff. We'll see. And I still have the tomato soup can that I gotta finish up as well. Those of you who saw that one. Continue on with that one. Do you guys remember that movie documentary called Grizzly Project? I don't know. Temporary tattoo might be my favorite. Wait, what? Oh, Sarah comes up with great suggestions for the wheel all the time. Ah, 3 cubs is rare, but it's adorable. I remember a guy that thought he was one with the bears and said, "I will not die from their paws and claws." Guess what happened to him? Wait, Grizzly Man? Yeah, freaking idiot, dude. That guy was delusional. But he was mad confident in front of those bears. Gave them names. Yeah, he killed himself and his girlfriend by accident via bear attack. Dude built a suit so he could hang out with the bears. Did it work? I saw a deer yesterday that only had 1 set of antlers. They must be shedding them for the new ones to come in. Yeah, they must be, yeah. Should Mama Bear have her paw on the log? Maybe she's rocking it. Yeah, just making it so the bears hurt themselves, the little cubs. Mama Bear looks proportional. Yeah, you're awesome. Good. Oh, hun. Oh, hun. Let me be condescending for a moment. You have had health issues. For heaven's sake, use a mask with spray paint. I have neurological damage from using them without proper ventilation or a mask in my 20s. And her name is Just Kidding. Or his name. Listen. I know. As I've explained many times, it's water-based. It is still not great for you to breathe in, of course. But, anyways. Photographers and floral arrangements use odd numbers or more attention getting. Keep it as Mama with 2 cubs. All right. Is it in the background of a soccer match? Advertisements? Well, here, this is when he got cleated in the face. And I'm not going to put other people's advertising in there. I hardly ever do that. I usually put my own shit in there. The background, I want it to be more this abstract look to it, right? I want it to be more, the foreground be the subject of when I did the moose turnaround video, I did that like 7 times, just so you guys know. And I see I splashed some of the water on here. Whoops. Anyway, so the background is unrelated to the foreground in terms of, like, they're not of the same image. I'm just, the composition is goes together, but that's about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, soccer, they do have a lot of advertisements, like on their jerseys and everything. It looks so dumb. But I guess you need to pay the bills somehow, right? Hold on here. I want to buy a cutting board for Match G. There is going to be gold in them, Rosie Peach. In some of them. G for gold. Okay, there we go. Referee shirt in background. That doesn't even make sense. Why would that? Why? Also, the referees don't wear like the striped shirts. What? Referee shirt in the background. I'm not sure what you're seeing in your head, but it's not computing in mine. Just a random shirt in the background. That does, like, why don't I just put a referee shirt right here? Like, that doesn't, I don't get it. Why would I do that? In this scene, if you will, he just got his eye cut by getting kicked in the face, but he scored a goal with that kick to the face. And that's why I chose to paint this. This is after he got up and he's walking to the wherever he walked to. I didn't watch the thing. I just saw some clips of it. And it doesn't show this angle in the clips, so I just used other reference to make it, and then I just turned it into that time, because he's wearing street clothes in the image that I used. And here he's wearing that whatever this team is. I have no idea what even the teams are called. But yeah, so the red, he got cut right on his eye, and the red is all the blood. Can you imagine getting cleated right in the face? Just, gosh, from a guy who's trying hard to not have you score. And so he headbutts it, I believe. And what does he do? He headbutts a cleat that's trying to kick the same ball. And but he scored, and so that's why I wanted to paint, because I think that's a sick goal. Cost him a little scar on his face, unfortunately for him, but a goal nonetheless. In hockey, it would have been something celebrated. In soccer, they're kind of act like a bunch of wusses a lot of the time, so I don't know how much of a badass he came off as, or at all. I'm not sure. But anyway, all right. Let me get a little bit more in here. Okay, let me get I want to get an idea of what their fur is looking like. This one, the bear is all super soaking wet. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do more so a dry bear. And I like these colors a lot, if you can see that. My brother got cleated the same way in high school game. It was a bloody mess. Dang. Is that messy? Ah, I must not be getting a good likeness. That looks not even close to messy to me, but if that looks close to messy to you, I'm doing a terrible job. It's supposed to be Ronaldo. Clearly, I have more work to do. Maybe paint a bandage, LOL, in the background or on his face. He didn't have a bandage on his face yet. He did hold up a Kleenex, though. But again, I'm not going to paint, like, you guys don't have the benefit of knowing the scene right offhand, probably. So it would make no sense for there to be a bandage on his face in the painting if he didn't have a bandage on his face in real life. But we'll get there. We'll figure it out at some point, and it'll look good, hopefully. Or it won't. Or it won't. Or you'll never see it finished. Sometimes it happens where I'll leave a painting for literally years sometimes. And then one day I'll be like, you know what? Time to finish this, and I'll get to it. I love the colors of the last bear you put up. That will be awesome. The last bear. Oh, like all the super colorful one, right? With like the yellows and stuff. Yeah, this one's going to be more on the... Not that it's going to look realistic, but it's going to be more on the more accurate coloring side. I think I found a technique for fur here. Awesome. What is happening? That actually looks kind of good. Okay, let's get some of this burnt or raw sienna. Oh, there's actually quite a bit in there. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this. We'll see. See how it goes. I know I want to put some here. Let's try that. Oh, it's not the same effect. I need the underpaint, like the painting underneath it, to be somewhat dry before I move on to that. Let's see here. So let me do this. Let me get some of this brown here. I'm I'm going to go brown here, dark brown. We'll wait. I don't know how long, and we'll take some of this purple as well. We'll wait a little bit, and then we'll come back. Because I like that. I don't know how you guys see it. Let me look a little further back. Yeah, I like that. I don't like the yellow as much, but there we go. I like that. Okay, let me try to do that here. Heck yeah, dude. What the heck? I just discovered something. I just discovered a new, whoops. I don't know if it's new, but new to me. Okay, let me get some more of that dark brown. I'm almost out of this too. Okay, so if I leave this to dry up a little bit, if I leave this to dry for, I don't know how long it needs to dry for. We're just going to experiment a little bit. Then I'll come back and get some purple in there. Then I'll come back, do that thing. Dang, I don't know how long it has to be. Let's give it like 2 minutes. Because it'll still be wet, because it's kind of thick, but it won't be so wet that it will just blend. Like it's blending but not blending. And I kind of effed it up, so it's kind of coming away, but I like that. Accidental discovery. Put in some purple, put in a little bit of brown. Okay, I don't know how long it's been. Probably not 2 minutes, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna get a little bit of that raw sienna, a little bit of this bright yellow. We're gonna put a little bit more in here, like so. We'll go like this. Yeah, it's doing it. Dude, I like that. Okay, I just got to make I have to make it so the shapes are good. So like she's like gonna be this hulking man. Oh, that's a freaking fail. Okay, that's okay. We'll let that dry for a little bit. Let's move on to another part. What the heck is this? There we go. Let's go over here. Now I'm using a different reference photo than what I used for the like position or whatever that she's in. Although this doesn't really look like that reference photo either, but it's okay. It's okay. So we'll go like this. So her shoulder is going to come out here like this. And she's going to go like that a little bit. If I okay, and then I'm going to go black here. Because we got some shadow in there. So we got some black there, and we're going to go like this. Hopefully we get, yeah, there we go. Just a little bit of brown mixed in there, just to give it some layers, you know. Okay. Now in here, this should be all dry enough, I think, that we can go a little more of this, a little bit more of that, a little of that. And we'll go like this. Okay, we'll come down here, and we'll come up in here like that. And if I, yeah, okay, so this will come out like this. Or I guess it will be like this, actually. Maybe a little bit more of the brighter. Not probably too much. There we go. I'm going to cover the tree a little bit, but I can come back and rework the tree. I just want this, come on. This reminds me of a time I did this art show, and we had this girl who did, I forget what the style, or the medium, working with the medium, encaustic. Encaustic is wax. And she asked me to help her, but I'd never worked with the wax before, so I had no idea what I was doing. So she's like, what I need you to do is I need you to turn the canvas when we like get down, when the wax come down, so it'll do this. And I was like, okay. I didn't realize how quickly the wax like dried, like, you know, hardened. And so I wasn't working quick enough. By accident, I had no idea. I was waiting for it to drizzle, and then I was going to do the thing. But you actually have to do it like way before it gets to its spot, because it meanders slower and slower as it dries. And so if you went to where you wanted to do it, it would like make too sharp of an angle or whatever. Anyways, I feel like that's what I'm doing right now, where I'm just like, work quick enough, but I don't know how quick, because I've never done this before. Yeah, like that. Okay. Do I have any black? Here we go. Got a little bit of black there. Okay, now I need a little bit of black up in here like that, and then we'll take some of this brown I have here, tap that on there like this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, let me see. Okay, that's kind of it. Kind of it. Kind of. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, this is working pretty freaking snazzy. I can feel like the consistency kind of changing a little bit, which I like. Like it's turning into that consistency that I felt over there, which is good. And it's getting it more to the, yeah, there we go. Getting more to what I need it to be. Let me get some of that purple. Okay, I want to go brighter here. Their fur is longer, but it's still like manicured in a sense. I don't know if manicured is the right word. And so I'm trying to make it not look too disheveled. But I don't know if I'm succeeding. But I do like this random technique that I just discovered. Okay, yeah, I like that. Let me grab a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to smooth that up a little bit. All right, big mama. Okay. Now, I like that. She's sitting kind of like this. Okay. I'll try to do her face a little bit. I have to go to a different picture, I think. Well, I'll probably switch between them. Okay. I feel like this is probably a male grizzly that I'm looking at. Let me search up some more. Let's go female grizzly bear. I mean, I don't know what is the difference by just their appearance, but just the broad in the one that I'm looking at. And so, just in case a discernible difference, I want to look up. Oh, here we go. Well, it's about the same, I would say. I mean, probably someone who knows bears would be like, "Oh, that looks like a male. Why is there male? And also, why does he have laser eyes?" So let me, you know what? Let's sit down for a minute and go over this. This is the bad tripod. I hate this one. Whatever. This is what we'll do. Got paint on my face, but I also got some on my hands, so it's okay. So I'm gonna look for female grizzly that's kind of in that pose, if you will. Whoops. The screen does not like my painty fingers. Let me get some of that off there. There we go. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. Man, their claws, dude. They look like freaking coat hangers sticking out of a glove, out of an oven mitt. Okay. I think the head shape and everything is fine. Just looking at these, like some of these bears are skinnier, but I think they're just juveniles maybe. Cuz I didn't yeah, I think that's what they are. Because obviously as they get older, they'll fill out more, they'll get all their musculature, their bones will be all put together, all that stuff. I'm not a expert of anything really, but certainly not of bears. So I'm kind of just hoping like similar with the moose. So when I did the moose, right? I was like, okay, what time of year do you shed? Because a moose without its antlers, a moose already looks stupid enough. A moose without its antlers, not very majestic looking. I wanted the image to be somewhat majestic. And so I was like, okay, will they still have their antlers, at this time of year? Well, there's still leaves on the trees. So yes, probably with the rut and stuff, but there's still frost. So, I don't know what triggers it. I don't know. I've like obviously they need them for the rut because that's how they protect themselves and fight off other bulls and stuff, right? So how, if that's the right word, the seasonal and the image of the moose here in this picture. I didn't want to do how I was this painting. I was going to do a bear with two cubs there with the fall background, but it doesn't make any sense because they wouldn't have cubs anymore in the fall. They'd be grown up enough that they would still be juveniles, but like bears can start mating at like 2 years old or something like that. So they're going to be pretty grown. Of course, another whole year would be, there'd be some difference there. But anyway, for this, I just want to make sure that I don't have a bear where someone would be like, "Wait, why is there two little cubs and one cub? That doesn't make any sense." I didn't want that to be like for someone who knows bears. This freaking paint. Let me just clean off my hands here. They would be skinny after hibernating. Yes, of course. That makes sense. That reminds me of that image of that polar bear that was hunting, and people were saying this is the result of global warming, and it looks like a sad image of this very skinny polar bear, like blood all over it. But I'm like, well, probably was just hibernating and it just killed its first seal. That explains the blood and the skinniness. Why don't you use real, compelling images for your plight? Like I don't get why people choose to be misleading on purpose for a cause that they actually believe in. That's dumb. Doesn't make any sense. Don't be like that. Is Josh using acrylic paint? Just curious. I am using acrylic. Yes. That person earlier who said the aerosol thing. Maybe they were worried about this as well. But speaking of toxicity, oil paint would be terrible to do this with because although it's a lot less toxic than it used to be, it's still skin leaching and stuff would be a problem. But with this stuff, it dries so quickly that you don't have to worry about it so often. Plus, also wash your hands after. But I do have people telling me all the time that I'm going to have some sort of blood poisoning or whatever. Which, by the way, with my headache brain condition thing, I did get I got lots of blood tests actually, but one of the ones we checked for blood poisonings from the different heavy metals that they use to make acrylic paint, and then my family doctor there, he actually did some whatever, I don't know if you'd call it research, but he looked into specifically acrylic paint for me too, to see if that was somehow doing it. Because like I had been painting for like, 9 or 10 years, and so, you know, could have been a cause, I guess. He said it's very unlikely, but we already thought the likely would have been the cause, and those were not. So try to look into the unlikely as well. Don't look into my eyes at the show. Why? Do you have laser eyes? Pretty good, Martha. Just relaxing for the evening, says Nadine, after a busy day at work. Busy day at work because you're in the UK. Just realize that your show is on Bicycle Day, 4/19. Is the anniversary of the discovery of LSD. If any wide-eyed hippies are looking dazed at the gallery, now you know what. Oh, that's why. Don't look in my eyes at the show. Yeah, that's funny. Sitting like the most interesting bear in the world. Interesting or interested? Gotta go. Love watching creativity in action. So sad I have to go. All right, see you later. Patty G. She doesn't like to be called Patty for some reason because she doesn't like to be called what you call food. I have a pic of a bear in my backyard, but have had them on my porch before too. That's kind of cool. Have a good day. All I'm making dinner now, or how we say, Abendbrot. Translates to evening bread. See you. Thank you, Josh, for sharing this with us. Oh, I wish I knew where you were from. What is Does anyone know what that is? Abendbrot? What language that is? My only close encounter with bears was a mom and 3 cubs crossing the road in front of us in Jasper. My husband said, "Look, look, look." And now that phrase means there's wildlife to us for any or all wildlife, not just bears. Ah. That's like me and Ashley have some phrases that we'll say to each other that are like they don't even like that actually means something that anyone can decipher, but some of the things that we say they don't mean anything, and I can't even think of one right now for some reason. I have to be in the scenario, I think, for it to get triggered in my memory, but man, I wish I remembered one where we'll just be like, oh, we'll say Noblador all the time. And that's when someone is acting like an idiot, and we'll say Noblador, which means doorknob in Polish. I'm obviously saying it wrong, but that one's not very good. But there's other ones that are like, I wish I remembered. I don't know why I thought of that one. That doesn't even make sense. But anyway. Abendbrot sounds very... Oh, so it's probably like... Abendbrot! Just angry. Were you guys here for the time that... Wait, what were we doing? Oh, yeah, making the base for the crate table. Thank you for whoever suggested the base being crates. There was actually 3 people who said that, as far as I saw. I didn't see all the comments, probably, but some of the comments were... At least 3 of the comments were making it a crate table. Okay. I think we're good. We're good for shape. So let me just... I'm actually just taking a short break here. That's why I'm sitting here. Looking at pictures. It's dual purpose. I think. Look at the. So earlier that person said the grin. I think bears can grin. Abendbrot is more likely German than Dutch. I thought they were the same thing, honestly. I just put the picture of the bear in my yard on my Instagram. Alright, cool. So, what was your Instagram again? I wish I could see a bear in real life. I had hoped to see some when visiting Maine a few years ago, but no luck. Why did nature make them so cute if we weren't able to pet them? Dude, they are not cute when they're angry. So just pet them when they're not angry, and then you'll be fine. Trust me. So same with monkeys, same with crocodiles, same with sharks. You know, obviously don't take that advice. That would be stupid. Was quite disappointed when I found out laser eye surgery didn't actually give laser eyes. Dude, imagine. Kathy's onto something. Bears who have been in hibernation over the winter can be a little unkempt and even thin and ratty looking. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Of course, we have some buffering going on. Let me do this. Okay. Josh, how many people are going to wear a costume for your show? Me, Dakota, Gramps, Ashley, Sean, Blaine, Sharon, and possibly Brent. Sharon was like, anyone who comes in a space suit, like a space or hot dog related, condiment related costume, should get a door prize. And I was like, sure. So we'll see. I don't know. If you want to come to my show April 19th and wear a hot dog suit, a space suit, a ketchup or mustard suit, a NASA jacket, or it doesn't have to be NASA, but like a space jacket, please do. The door prizes are probably going to be stickers for those of you who do that. I have no idea. Like, it's not going to be something that I can't afford to give away for free, but it could be stickers or patches. Maybe it'll be patches. Yeah, it should be patches. It should be like mission patches for like my space program, which doesn't exist. But you know, like, remember how we were talking about? I think Renee came up with this. The Mars duck would be one of the patches. Wait, did she come up with that, or did she say something that made me come up with that? Is Renee still here? Maybe I'll give, yeah. So I'll have to design those. Frick, I have to design those quick. We're coming up. We're coming up to the show here. I wish it was in June, honestly. Like it almost was. But apparently June's not a great month for art shows. So, not doing it. I just realized that your show is on, what? I went too far back. Someone needs to rent the Wienermobile and drive up. Yeah, I won't see it though, because I'll be in the mall. If it was right outside, then it would be fine. The stash is going incognito. Yeah, I guess so. If you watch the vlog, I asked him if he'd come in a ketchup or mustard suit, and he said, first he didn't say anything, and then I was like, no comment, and then he's like, no, yeah, I would do it, or whatever he said, which I think is hilarious. But he likes dressing up for like the football games and stuff, so I thought he would be a good candidate to ask. But yeah, it would be hilarious. Ketchup and mustard walking around. Hot dogs were walking around. What else? Yeah, spacesuits walking around. I don't know, get creative. It's gonna be like a like chill sesh. So like, it's not like, hey, buy something or leave. It's like, come hang out, right? You don't have to buy anything. I mean, I would love it if you did, because obviously, I need to make money. But if you just wanted to come hang out, you can do that. But there's art at every price point. The cheaper art is going to be, I think that they start at like $175. So there's something for everyone, or almost everyone anyway. you know, within some sort of reason, right? I wish I could give away stuff that, or sell things that were like $20 or whatever, but we just can't. But basically every price point there will be art for everyone. I don't remember that, but sure, I'll take credit. It was like, I think it was during a live. It might have been during a gift opening, Renee. And I was telling the story about that conspiracy theorist dude when I used to work I was doing this house in BC, and I had to go to the rec center I think I was telling the story of getting stung by a wasp and then getting cellulitis. I think that's how it came up. Anyway, I worked on this house, and I stayed at the house that I was working in, but they didn't have a bathroom. So I had to use the facilities at the rec center. So I would shower at the rec center, but because it was $7 each time I was there, I was like, I'm not freaking paying $7 and not at least going in the hot tub. So then I would go.
Cool.
You like it?
Yeah.
It's coming along a little bit.
It is, yeah.
Does the bear look the right size, the mama bear?
I think so.
Okay,
They're
good.
Pretty big, right?
Yeah, before it was a little bit bigger. I don't know if you can see the white line above it.
Oh yeah, tiny bit, yeah.
Right? So, it's a little bit bigger now. People are saying hi, Clint.
Hey guys.
So yeah, right up here, there was the white line. That's where the head was, and it was a little bit wider as well. Came up to here.
Yeah.
But I think shrinking it down made it so it doesn't look too big or whatever. I didn't want it to look like it's super close to the log.
Right.
How does the fur look?
Looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, I'm liking it. How do you like the laser eyes?
The laser eyes are super cool, yeah. Are those staying? It's fun.
Anyway, guys, so I was staying at this house, using the facilities at the rec center, and being there all the time. Like, I was there every day, and there was other people who were there every day, and so I got to know them. They were all like older dudes. They were all like 50, 60, 70.
Planer's probably gonna be super loud, hey?
That's
I
okay.
can hold off, but
No, do it.
you're okay?
That's why you came in?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Just close the door there, and I think it's going to be loud, folks. And one of the older guys, Uncle Mike, we called him. Probably because his name was Mike. I actually don't know if that was his real name. Probably gave us a fake name because he was super into conspiracies. And one of the conspiracies was there was a duck on Mars. There wasn't actually a duck on Mars, was what his point was. But he said, how come NASA is putting a rover on Mars? They send back pictures, they release the pictures to the internet. So they looked at I was like, what? There's a duck. He's like, yeah, how come the Mars rover sent back these pictures of a duck? We've never been to space. There's no such thing. How would they send something over there? And blah, blah, blah. They obviously just went to the desert somewhere in Arizona or Nevada or wherever, and they took pictures there and then said, hey, here's whatever. And so I looked up the duck that he said that he saw, and this is it. And then here apparently is a flying duck right up there, and there's a cave. I was like, sorry. Can you guys hear me okay? I was like, why would a duck be like 50 feet tall anywhere? I don't know if it's actually 50 feet tall. It's hard to get the It's hard to like see the perspective here. But I'm like, that looks like a giant ass rock because this is a wide angle lens I'm imagining. And those are mountains. If those are mountains, like that's gotta be a huge, at least 10-foot tall duck. And then I was like, why would NASA, who's trying to dupe the whole world, be like, hey, let's bring a duck with us to the desert? Because ducks don't live in the desert. They would die. They need water. So a duck wouldn't be there naturally. They would have to bring it with them and then take their pictures and somehow not care that the duck was in the images that they're using to dupe the world. I'm sure there's some tomfoolery going along with whatever the space program is. There probably is. But like, wouldn't you do some like, oh hey, before we release these photos, let's make sure there's no animals that live on Earth in them? And he had some rebuttal. Anyways, we were talking about this in that live. And in that live, we somehow mentioned that I was going to make patches, maybe? I don't know. And I think Renee, if you recall, now if I'm jogging your memory, I think you said it would be cool to do a duck patch. Or maybe I just thought of it, and somehow I think you thought of it because you always have all this knowledge. I don't remember. Maybe the duck was on LSD, right? I can't hear you for the duck quacking in the background. Ah. We can hear you fine. Okay. Why would there be ducks in the desert, says Martha. Right, exactly. It doesn't make any sense. You would have to bring it with you. And why would you do that? Someone just has a pet duck and they're like, hey, let it just be. That duck is massive. Anyway, here's another image of it from a side view. And I wish there was something to reference its size, but it looks massive to me. It no longer looks like a duck. It doesn't even really look like a duck from the other view either. It doesn't look like a duck to me anyway. I remember him being like, he's like, if we really went to Mars, why is there a duck? And I was like, a duck? And he's like, yeah, quack, 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 a duck. And I was like, why are you being so aggressive? But he was pissed at me for not believing him. Because most people just kind of let him talk. And I was like, wait a minute. But we were in the sauna when we were talking about this. Yeah. Good guy, Uncle Mike. He's like, oh yeah, recently educated, right? And I'm like, I guess so. I mean, I went to high school. Or I went to junior high, really. I did some high school. Anyway, I was thinking about making one of my patches, my mission patches that go on the spacesuit, right? Be a duck. Maybe those will be the door prizes for anyone who comes as in a costume related to the show, which would be condiments, spacesuits, stuff like that. If you want to come as that would be hilarious. You won't be the only one with a costume, so you won't have to feel embarrassed. Don't worry. I don't want to tell people, oh yeah, come in a costume, and only one person does, and they feel like an idiot, like the person who wears a ball gown to a casual event. And you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing here, dressed like this. Oh, that would be hilarious. Get some rock and paint ducks on them for the door prize. Get some rocks and paint ducks. That might be too obscure, I don't know, but maybe. Because I also want it to be relevant to everyone who doesn't even watch my YouTube channel, right? I don't know why how are they going to know to wear costumes? I have no idea, but we'll see. Or Uncle Mike was ducking crazy. LOL, because being educated... Well, he thinks that education is just pure indoctrination. But here's the thing. Sorry. He didn't just believe in that conspiracy. He believed in every conspiracy. He believed in like every single one. There is not one that I could name that he didn't believe. So it's not reasonable to believe in all of them. It's reasonable to believe in some. It's even logical to believe in some. But it's not logical or reasonable to believe in all of them. I definitely remember the conversation, but not who came up with the patch idea. Either way, I love it. The duck looks like Jar Jar Binks in that bit. It totally does. The effort to keep everyone silent involved in creating conspiracy would take more work than actually going to Mars. Perhaps. I mean, there are conspiracies that are real. Right? There's lots. But like when they are like the moon is hollow, how do you know the moon is hollow? Like, oh my gosh. Sorry. Uncle Mike sounds like he's a bit woke. A bit woke? The current definition for woke would not fit what he is. He thinks that he is... Okay. Literally, this... Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say anything that, like, directly attacks him, but... He was nice otherwise. And he was a lot of fun to listen to. Totally. Like, everyone always got him going, like, on purpose. Like, they'd be like, hey, did you ever hear about the, and then whatever, right? There was this one guy, remember I told you guys about the dude who took, like, 50 minutes to tell a story? Like, I know I do that too, but I at least try to have, like, the details be relevant and, like, not super repetitive. Like this guy, I remember I told you guys about, I mean, depends on when you started watching, you will have heard this or not, but he told me about the time he met, or not he met her, but he saw Princess Diana in Toronto. And the way he told the story made me not want to hear it anymore. Like at first I was like, oh really? That's cool. But then by like the middle of it, I was like, hey dude, shut up, I don't care. Because he'd be like, yeah, so remember it was the Summer Olympics and we were on the island, but was it the island? It was a summer day. It was, what was it? It was, and I was like, bro, this has been 10 minutes of this. Stop it. Tell me the story. Anyways, he told a story of when he broke down on the side of the road and, he didn't break down, but his tire was flat. And so I can't really remember. Something was wrong with his car and he stopped. And he was kind of in the middle of nowhere. And it was dark. And he's looking at his car, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. And these two guys came up to him wearing all black, like black suits with these black hats. And they were like very pale individuals with very like smooth features, and they asked him if he needed help or asked him what he was doing there or something like that. They asked him something, and when they asked him, he said that he was fine or something, but he got like the heebie-jeebies, and then he turned back to his car to say, oh, it's just the whatever, and then when he turned back to see the people, like to see, like get their reply or whatever, they were gone. And he thought they were like Men in Black or something. And so he told that story, and then Uncle Mike, he was like, oh yeah, well they were probably blah 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 because aliens this and aliens that. And to me, what I believe, there's probably aliens. It just makes sense to me that there's probably aliens. What doesn't make sense is that the aliens cared at all about your flat tire. So they probably weren't aliens, but they might have been the Men in Black, and there might have been some sort of alien, some whatever. I don't know. But Uncle Mike was like, oh, no, the aliens came here. Somehow there's no such thing as space, but there's such thing as aliens. They conflict with each other. He's just a weirdo. Sounds like Uncle Mike would have gone along nicely with Phyllis. Who is Phyllis again? Shit, I forget. I remember the reference, but I can't remember what the reference is for. What was Phyllis again, Jim? They're just conspiracy and not theory after they turn out to be real. Right, exactly. Every person has their inner Uncle Mike. Yeah, of course. And I mean, I think there should be a little inner Uncle Mike. But it's just, you gotta have some logic attached. Now, some things, of course, you're gonna sprinkle in some klubes, if you will, to throw you off the scent. So you want to make people sound crazy by being like, oh, such and such an event happened that's real. Let's pretend it was aliens. And now everyone who mentions the event that actually happened sounds crazy. There is that. I don't know. All right, shall we continue on this painting? We'll do the face of the mama bear. We'll do the face at least, and then we'll see where we're at. Your friend who had changed husband, John. Oh yes, Phyllis. Phyllis and John. Yeah, right. I forgot Phyllis because that's not her real name. Yeah. For those of you who want to know about Phyllis and John, very crazy story. I wish that I had prepared to tell that story because I would have gotten the details a little better. But check out the Just Joshing with Chakota. I believe it's the latest episode. I think it's the best episode. It is a wild story. There are, as we were editing it, I noticed there was some things that I left out by accident. I don't really remember them now, but I was like, oh, I should have said this. But I also couldn't remember the exact order. I couldn't remember everything. But it's still a good story, so go check it out. It was kind of nuts. Anyway, let's set back up here. Again, sorry about the noise. I need to get back to work. I'm going to be leave this run, and I'll see if it's still going when I get back. All right, Jim, enjoy your forging. I imagine that's what you're doing, forging. Your friend who had oh yeah. Does Uncle Mike have a sister named Karen? No, he wasn't a Karen. He was just a good dude. He was just a good dude with good stories. He just was passionate. Wow, I just spit there. He was just passionate about his delusion. All right. Let's continue on with the mama bear. I'm gonna plug you guys in here. Oh yeah, we're only at 32%. There we go. Okay, let's continue. Mama, yeah, mama, river. Okay, we're gonna get some of this dark brown, a little bit of this purple. A little more dark brown here. I like this here, but I'm gonna kind of blend in there. I want to try to make it look like it's got some like texture in the fur, so I gotta sweep that through. I'm gonna go, I think, a little darker than I did like in here, but just slightly for some of the features. something like that, I think. Go like this. Did you guys just hear Clint sneeze? Okay, let me get some of that yellow and raw umber. I think this will give the texture, the layered effect that I want it to. I hope. Maybe it won't. Kind of hard to see at the moment with the glare. like how it's coming out. Where the heck did I put that can? try this. This is like, what is this? Burnt sienna. It's kind of a reddish color. I might hate it, so I might take it out, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hello, Page Rage. That's shit, I forgot. Oh wait, actually no, I didn't. Never mind, I didn't put that video out yet. That's Dale. Dale is a gallery owner. I used to be in his gallery. Dalcon Visual Arts, if you want to check out their space. I do have a vlog coming out at some point. Maybe. We'll see. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll put that out next. I don't know how I'm gonna do. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, check it out. He's a good dude, and he might come to my show too. Just Josh and Dakota with Phyllis and Johnson. Thank you, Renee, for posting that. Oh, you didn't hear him sneeze, huh? Okay, we'll see. I don't know if I'll like this, but we'll see. I'm only gonna do like, not highlights, but you know, like little bits of color popping in there. We'll see. We'll see. Like bears have a nice variation in their coat. Like this guy, this photo maybe is not that good, I don't know. He's very dark. Doesn't have very much golden colors. But then you look at this one, lots of golden highlights. This one, I love this. And there is reddish in there, so. Let's try. Oh shit, that was a lot. I did not mean to put that much there. That was an accident. But actually I like it, so it's fine. I think the muzzle needs to come down a bit. And then to make it more. Okay, we'll leave her for now. We'll leave her for now, and we'll work on these two guys here. Oh, the planer is done. You guys got used to that drone. Now it's going to feel extra quiet now. Black. I need some black. Black. Right here. kind of see how it's coming together now. Josh, you're bringing Mama Bear to life. Amazing blending colors. You make it look so. Well, I don't know if it's. If you like it, then I like it. I'm watching 2 videos at once, says Darlene. Yeah. I do that at times as well. Here's a mama bear with 4 cubs. Dang. 4 cubs. That's got to be even more rare than the 3 cubs. I see lots of pictures with 3 cubs, but more so with 2. There's another one with 4. What the heck? So obviously it does happen. What is the color of a bear's foot? Probably black, right? This reference photo doesn't have the picture of the foot. Bottom of bear cub's foot. We'll see. It's probably blackish gray. There we go. Well, they look nothing like a teddy bear's paw print. Well, there we go. The cub looks sad. This one? Or this one? The one on the small branch looks sad at the moment. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe he is sad. Maybe because, remember the person said they wanted the paw in here and they're shaking the branch and maybe it's scaring the crap out of the bear. Okay. Okay. Now, that's roughed in. Well, it's pretty good, I think, actually. Now let's do this guy right here. Time for lunch?
Yeah. Did you ever used to listen to Lyle Lovett?
Listen to what?
Lyle Lovett?
That I used to listen to? Lyle Lovett?
Yeah.
That's a person? I have no idea what that is.
You ever listen to his music? No?
Never even heard of it.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like a female.
No, old country guy. Well,
Oh, Lyle.
Lyle.
I thought you said Lyle.
Lyle Lovett.
No, I don't know.
He was kind of, I kind of forgot about him. He kind of was always sort of, I guess you probably wouldn't like it likely because jazzy country kind of.
I might like it.
But I put on a set list this morning on Spotify. I just thought, hey, I'm going to see if there's such a thing as jazzy country, and listened to a whole bunch of like Tim McGraw doing like swing jazz.
Oh, really?
Kenny Rogers.
Really?
I'm not a Kenny Rogers fan typically, but he's actually a really good jazz singer. I was kind of, yeah, it's kind of cool. And what's her name? Another country artist. Oh, the girl from Sugarland.
Okay.
Something else.
I don't know.
I can't remember what her name is, but yeah, she was doing some jazz stuff on here too.
Oh, you like the Lyle guy?
I forgot about him. He's just an artist I forgot about over the years, and
Oh.
kind of used to listen to him, and it's kind of a dude that was sort of in his own lane a little bit.
Yeah?
Wasn't totally country, wasn't totally, you know, I don't know.
Alright guys, we're coming in on this bear here. I obviously now have to change the branch, but that's okay. This branch here, or this limb let's call it, can have another branch come here to make sense. And then we'll put another limb somewhere. We'll make it look good. Well, you're just eating potatoes with nothing on them?
Just straight up potatoes, man. They, no, we did Greek ones, so they're actually done in like olive oil and garlic and
Oh,
kind of everything. So
they just look like plain potatoes.
yeah, they do, yeah. I just grabbed something out of the fridge and thought, I'll eat that today.
Looks like you have ketchup and hot sauce as your secret ingredients. Yeah, we got the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Got the ketchup right here. Yeah. He was married to Julia Roberts once.
Well, I love it.
I guess so.
Okay. Yeah. I think I have heard that before. Anybody say what kind of style of music you would think he was?
Does anyone have a genre for Lyle Lovett? What you would call it? Looks like you have ketchup. Oh, I regret that. Okay.
I guess. Oh, right. He did a fair bit of acting also.
Hey?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Someone here?
Sure sounds like that.
Sounds like someone's here. Be right back, guys.
UPS maybe or something?
Oh, yeah. Dropping off my spacesuit.
Your spacesuit? Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I don't see anyone. Yeah, dropping off my spacesuits for my show. Trying to convince people to come dressed in costumes, like ketchup and mustard.
Oh, no way. That's funny. Are you going to wear your spacesuit?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Lyle was often associated with country, folk, swing, blues, jazz, and gospel.
Okay.
So kind of a little bit of everything. He never was really in any particular.
Well, lots of country artists will do gospel,
Yeah.
especially old school, right? And a lot of country artists also kind of go into like rock and roll kind of.
What's the
Freaking paint on my
country guy? He's a really smoking guitarist, Brett. Younger country guy. I think he is. Maybe he's not.
Lyle Lovett played on "You've Got a Friend in Me" for Toy Story. Nice.
Oh yeah, there you go.
What are the chances everyone picks the same outfit? Dude, that would be even better. If everyone came as ketchup, just ketchup.
Oh, Brent Mason. You know that name? Country guy?
Brett Mason, no, I don't know.
He's a really good country guitarist and singer, but he also is a really smoking jazz guitarist.
Siri says country music, apparently. It's country, and a lot of people are saying country.
Yeah, I think that was kind of his main thing, but did jazz quite well also. Neil McCoy, that's another one I was listening to on here.
Neil McCoy?
Older country guy?
I don't know. I mean, I might know some of the, like, I might recognize some of the songs, but I'm not recognizing the names.
Right. Oh. He is not at all who I thought he was. Maybe.
Oh, what? Yeah.
I think he looks like he's Mexican or like Hispanic or something.
Or he might be black.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
There's not very many black country artists.
No, there was Charlie Pride was honestly like one of the only really well-known ones back in the day, but
Seriously sounds like someone's here. Right? Does it still sound like that?
does.
Someone must be riding a quad or something, maybe. Something that's just a little louder.
Oh, wouldn't have caught that. He's Filipino.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, now that I look at him, I was like, yeah, okay, that does actually make sense. But I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't guess that.
I wouldn't have guessed that. So many Filipinos are such talented musicians and singers.
Dude, they're talented at everything.
At everything, it is true. Yeah. I wonder why that is.
Probably because it's third world country, right? And they have that drive that we don't have here.
Right.
Because we're just lazy in our gluttony.
We don't have to.
Yeah, don't have to.
Yeah.
But maybe what I'm saying is way off base too. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. Something in their genes. They just got some freaking amazing singers and musicians there.
Yeah, they love karaoke.
Yeah.
I remember one of our after churches we talked about. The dude who there's a song. I think it's "My Way" by what's his name?
Like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Highway, yeah.
They hate that song being karaoke'd over there
Oh, why?
because apparently no one does it well enough.
No, you'd probably butcher it.
And so this security guard killed a guy for it, for not doing it good, who wouldn't stop. But like, that's not a good song in my opinion. I don't even think Frank Sinatra sings it good. I think it's a terrible song. It sounds
it's an okay song, but it's just
awful.
there's not many guys that can do it well.
I don't think he can do it well. Who's the first guy to do it? Him? Is it his
I
song?
think it's his song. I think.
It's awful. I don't like him. I think he's a terrible singer. I don't know why the mob liked him so much. Anyone here a Frank Sinatra fan?
I love jazz, and Frank's not my favorite of crooner singers. I kind of more like a Matt Dusk or guys like that.
I was looking at portable tabletop hot dog steamers. I had this idea of your astronauts chasing this runaway portable hot dog steamer in space, or maybe it is chasing the astronaut. Nah.
Yeah, it is by Frank Sinatra.
Oh, it's awful. He's awful. To me, his voice is so annoying. I'm sure he sings good, but I think it's the style of music. You like that style of music, so
Yeah, I love crooner music, right? Like in old swing music, but
it sounds so
not
boring.
everybody's.
It sounds like, like if you're riding a bike when that song comes on, you're gonna just steer into traffic. You're gonna start taking risks.
That's funny.
It's
That's why there's lots of genres. Not everybody likes that genre.
yeah, that's right.
So you don't like any swing stuff or jazz, really, right?
You know what I like about the swing? I like swing dancing.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so cool
It does.
when they're
Yeah.
just. I mean, I can't do it, but
You
like,
guys are cool dancers.
dude, it looks so poetic.
Yeah.
And that music sounds good.
Like you got like
At
guys
that
like
time.
Dean Martin.
I like Dean Martin.
Yeah, Dean Martin was pretty cool.
Yeah, swing music with the dancing incorporate. I just couldn't listen to it by like.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On The Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Okay, that album
Mm-hmm.
is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And there's like, but it's like mixed genre,
Right.
right? So I think it's. I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it that much.
Kind of like guys like Dean Martin I like, because Dean Martin actually did like straight up country and swing
Yeah.
and kind of sort of 50s, just kind of Italian folk kind of stuff, I guess you'd call it, maybe.
Digital Craze says she loves Frank Sinatra. Wait, actually, I don't know if your avatar is a girl. Wait, is that a dude? No, wait, that's a shirtless dude. Wait, you're probably a guy. Wait, are you a guy or a girl, Digital Craze? Martha says he's okay, but I prefer Dean Martin over
Yeah.
Frank.
Totally. I concur.
Bonnie says not a fan of Frankfurter Sinatra.
Frankfurter.
Love Dean Martin, beautiful voice.
Yeah.
You just have to be in the mood for mellow music if you listen to Frank. I feel like you have to be like in a certain mood that I will never be in.
I kind of,
You
when I
know,
say
'cause,
I
like-
like that crooner kind of stuff, the stuff I like is there's a few guys that do a newer version of sort of the 60s James Bond kind of jazz. I don't know if you,
I don't know. I mean, I've seen some of those movies, but
there's a jazz guy by the name of Matt Dusk that does that really well.
the James Bond song or the type of music?
That style of kind of 60s jazz swing stuff, it was real kind of upbeat and peppy kind of.
Okay, speaking of James Bond, this is not the type of music that you're talking about. But
And
speaking of
Matt
James,
Dusk actually did do one of the James Bond songs.
yeah?
Yeah.
But have you heard the James Bond for N64 GoldenEye? Have you played that? No, you probably never played it, but like the freaking music for the pause screen?
This is in a video game?
Yeah, for 64. This is not the type of music, but I love it.
It's on a little xylophone.
Yeah.
That's funny.
This comment, I can still hear my parents fighting in the background to this. Great times.
Great times.
I loved listening to this because I played that game all the time. I loved that game.
Yeah.
Sometimes we play slappers only in multiplayer mode. This has to be the hardest beat to feature a xylophone that has ever existed.
Some xylophone jazz.
Yeah, so the pause screen, when you press pause, he looks at his watch, and so that's his watch.
Oh, okay.
And this person's comment, everyone stop shooting. Bond is looking at his watch.
Yeah. And fixing his cufflinks.
The enemy stops shooting at you when you look at your watch. Not because you pause the game, but because they're too busy jamming to this blazing track.
So this would be 60s style kind of jazz that I like. And this is Next Dusk. It's kind of fun music.
Way down in Barbados.
You lost me.
You lost ya? I love it.
Dude, the music is okay, but then when he's like, way down in the boring voice. Right, I just like, dude, stop.
I freaking love it.
It's like,
That's too
I'd
funny.
rather eat dryer lint. It's not good. What the heck? That's like, I mean, they always have them at those fancy restaurants that have singers.
Oh, yeah.
They always have those, right? And it's always the old guy in a gray suit with a long, skinny-ass microphone like he's Bob Barker.
Yeah.
And they always hold it way too far away from their mouths, but somehow I can still hear them.
Yeah.
And they sometimes... I worked a banquet one time, okay? When I was a kid, I think I was 12 and 13 when I worked at this banquet hall. And one time they had one of those guys. And I don't know why I say they're always this old dude. I'm thinking of this guy in particular. But he had it, and he had his own, sound system. So our sound system sucked. Good thing he brought his own, because it sounded good if you like that type of music.
Yeah.
But he had, it was still on it wasn't wireless. So he always did this thing with the cord.
Yeah.
And I think it was just a tick, because it wouldn't even be wrapped around nothing, but he'd just always make sure it was
Kind
good.
of play with it when he was singing.
And then he would always make a joke. It would be like,
That's kind of a Frank Sinatra thing.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Frank made jokes all the time when he was, he would talk and kind of make jokes about stuff or whatever when he was
While he
about
was
to
singing.
sing a song, sometimes in the middle of the song.
Okay, maybe that's what he was trying to emulate him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would walk up onto the stage and do whatever, and he would kiss ladies' hands and stuff, and I was just like, this is so cringy. But he sang just like that.
Yeah, that's very much what a
And like, for my next boring song.
Frank Sinatra would do, kind
Yeah, his microphone was literally like this long. I can hold it down here.
What restaurant was that at?
No, it was at the Convention Inn.
Oh.
Remember about the train tracks in Stony Plain?
Yeah.
Stony
Did a
Convention.
jazz dude singing in there?
Well, for this banquet event,
Oh.
they hired him,
Right.
right? He just comes in, and he had, he was just all I was there when they were setting up. He was dressed in regular clothes. He just looked like a dude. He looked like a freaking mover, not a mover, but he looked like, oh, I'm the guy who sets up the shit. And then when he comes in next, he's in the shiny gray suit, and he's just he'd be talking all low. He'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're enjoying your evening. Fine dinner. Your dinner this fine evening. Jesus, I said it wrong. And he'd be like, I will be the entertainment tonight. Let me introduce you to my band. And then he'd be like, this is whoever. And then the drummer.
Yeah.
He had these drumsticks that were little whisks.
Yep.
Right? And then there was a guy with the... Yeah, exactly.
I know the ones.
They'd be like, and over here is... Right? And they all had their nicknames or whatever. And then the guy with the bass guitar, he'd be like... Boom, 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 boom.
Fingers Martin here on bass or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. They had names like that.
Something
Yeah,
stupid like that.
And he said he'd be like, and on Skins is whatever, Bam Bam McGee.
Yeah.
Right? And then he would just then he'd walk down, he'd smile, take the cord, and be like, all right, folks. Dude, he was so boring.
So
People
crazy and
loved him.
Yeah.
They
really
loved
would.
him.
Yep. Older crowd?
Yeah, they were all probably 50 and up.
Yeah.
And this was like 10, no, that's more than 10 years ago. It was like 15 years
Our
ago.
generation loved that stuff. Well, not everybody. Not everybody liked jazz.
So they loved it. They obviously hired him because they knew that they would like him.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that would be fun.
And then he would sing like that. He'd be like, and he also like it seemed. I don't know the songs, so I don't know, but it seemed like he was ad-libbing too.
Oh, yeah, it probably would be. Yeah.
Yeah, like he was singing about grilled cheese and shit. Not literally grilled cheese, whatever their dinner
A
was.
lot of jazz songs are super cheesy. No pun on grilled cheese, but they are. A lot of them are cheesy. Like, Peel Me a Grape.
Is that one of the songs?
Yes. I don't know who originally did it, but Diana Krall did a version of it. Yeah.
Peel Me a Grape.
Peel Me a Grape.
Wait, do people peel grapes?
I've never peeled a grape before. I don't know why you would.
Yeah. I just remember he looked like he would host a game show.
Right.
His hair was just like perfectly back and yeah, shiny gray suit.
That's funny.
I don't know. He just the way he. I wish I remembered some of the lines he used because they were like I could tell like they're jokes, but they're not that funny. But people just were slapping their knees. I'm just like, well, all right. I was too young, I guess. I was probably 13 or so.
You probably wouldn't appreciate it today either, maybe.
No, probably not. It was so boring. I can't remember what the event was for. But sometimes there would be live music, but most of the time it would be like a DJ, which I guess is still live music.
Like I assume they'd have that kind of stuff like on cruise ships and stuff like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked like he was trying to be romantic, you know? And
Right.
maybe that's the vibe. Or, you know?
Yeah.
You know? It just, it was so corny. And he also said, so in this event, I was carrying, I was a busboy. That's what I did. So I had the gray tubs, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I would fill them. We did plate service at this one. And so we had to serve them.
Yeah.
So, you put the plates on your arms and then you, right? And then to take it, I would take a whole table. So I would take less trips. So it'd be stacked up to here. And I remember one time so there was two levels kind of.
Yeah.
One was lower, one was higher. And so it was 3 steps up or whatever. And then the stage was over here. And I kind of jumbled up the stairs and I dropped a little plate.
Just one plate?
And I caught it with my foot.
Oh.
So it wouldn't break on the tile.
Yeah.
I was just and I left it there. And he said something about what did he say? He said something like a round of applause for whatever in the middle of his song.
Right.
He was like, "Fly me to the moon. Put your hands together for the busboy. Take me away."
It's funny.
I don't know what hit the song was, but yeah, that was I don't know. I couldn't stand it. Not that I couldn't stand it. I just was like, why do people love this?
Why do people?
But they did. You probably would have maybe
Jazz.
you were there. Wait, do you remember this?
Swing jazz was around for a long time. I don't remember it, no.
No, you weren't there. I wish I remembered what it was for, but sometimes most of the times there were weddings that I worked. But this time it was not a wedding. It was maybe someone retired or something.
Right.
Maybe it was that. I don't remember.
And that would make sense to have something like that.
Yeah, he must have been a ladies' man at some point because he was so confident in kissing people's hands and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the whole vibe of that style of crooner singer was, they had lots of swagger and just kind of schmoozed the audience, kind of, right? And that was,
He wasn't very handsome though. I wouldn't say he was handsome at all. So
I don't necessarily think Frank Sinatra was an overly handsome guy either, really. But
no, he definitely wasn't. remember one time, not as, this was worse. We didn't realize it, but we worked a banquet for like these clan type people.
Clan?
Yeah. We didn't know though. Like they wouldn't be, oh, hey, and like they weren't clan probably, because I mean this is Canada. We don't have,
Right.
well, I mean I'm sure we have, because people can be racist everywhere, but
Sure. Might not have actual organized clan up here. I'm not sure.
right. But they once they were like done their dinner or whatever, it just got so weird. And like my boss, she was native.
Yeah.
And she looked native. I look white, so I was fine.
Sure.
But she was like squirming. She did not like it at all. And like they were all polite and stuff, but you could tell they were like, we asked for only white people to serve us.
Right.
Right? They oh, it's so weird. And then like they had like a kids corner and stuff, and so you could draw on the like the paper and stuff that we provided and stuff, right? And they left all their drawings, all these little kids, and it was like these drawings of like these devils and stuff, hanging people and stuff. And these kids were like 10.
Little kids were drawing stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, and they took the covers of the chairs off, right?
Yeah.
And they like wore them, and they took group photos of them all wearing, and they looked like clan robes, kind of, not really, but kind of. Dude, that was creepy. I don't know what their event was either, I forget. But they had to go early because it was getting too not good, I guess.
I always thought it was Ku Klux Klan. It's Ku Klux.
Yeah, Ku Klux Klan, yeah.
Apparently, they did infiltrate into Canada at one point.
Yeah, but like in 2005. No, it would probably be like 2008. No, it'd probably be like 2005.
Established in the States in 1915.
When did they leave Canada?
So they established in parts of Canada throughout the 20s and 30s.
Does it say when they left? Maybe they didn't leave.
No,
It wasn't like overtly, like they weren't like, oh, I'm the Grand Wizard.
The States or nothing like that. I'm surprised that it would even be a thing up here.
Well, it was creepy.
That's weird.
Yeah, they had to leave early. At first, I didn't really get. I was like, what? Like, why are you acting like this? My boss lady, she did not like it. She didn't want to go out there. She was like, no, thank you. So they must have said something to her or something. I don't know. Anyway, Josh has a playlist for his shop talks. Do I? I must, yeah. Clint and Caden were the first shop talk, yeah.
Were we?
Yeah. Only lounge singer I will listen to is Richard Cheese.
Richard Cheese? Who's that?
Talk about cheese. I have no idea.
I've never heard of Richard Cheese.
Things I hope my husband never says about my cooking. I rather eat dry Ireland. I think Clint should be a guest and just judging which coda. I'd watch that. Anyone else? Oh, yeah. He totally could. He left, so. Oh. Tia said that you should be a guest on Just Joshing with Dakota.
Just joshing? I don't josh.
You need to be in a mood that I'll never be in. A Josh quote I may borrow.
Oh, what?
You have to be in a mood that I'll never be in. To listen to that music?
Oh.
It sounds like it's almost depressing sounding, but not quite. It's like,
I don't know. I mean, like, for me, it's like pick me up music.
Really?
Yeah. Right.
For some reason, there was this one time I was so bored. We a lot when I was young, like when I was like 6.
Right.
Like we could sometimes, but like not usually. Usually we had to play outside, right?
Okay.
But one time I was so bored that I didn't even want to play video games. And I think about it all the time. Like when I'm bored now, I'm like, wow, at least I'm not that bored.
Right.
And yesterday when I was having dinner, Jared said, he's like, man, you were the busiest person that I've ever met in my life. And he's pretty busy.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. We're talking about what I used to be. And he's like, how frustrating it must be to not be able to do anything anymore.
Right.
Right? And I'm like, it triggered that memory of, oh, I remember that time when I was so bored.
I didn't even
Anyway.
play video games.
I think about that when I think about that music. That boredom. It's just it's like this nagging. You know that commercial where that wooden guy has the pins in his back and he's like,
Yeah.
I feel like the music is the pins, and then when the music stops, pull out the pin. Relief.
That's funny.
It's not good. I don't know why. And I imagine some people get that with like that screaming like metal music.
I was gonna say like screamo metal. One of my older sons, Tristan, listens to that on the way to work.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't be in such a miserable mood listening to that.
I don't mind certain songs. I'm not a fan of the genre, but I do like some of the songs. But like that kind of music I used to not like any of. Well, I never gave any of it a chance. And like that made me think about like this one time that we got in a car accident and I turned around to watch this guy slam into us and it gave me this terrible sideways whiplash.
Yeah.
And for some reason the screamo music reminds me of that incident. I don't know why.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. You know how some people have like they associate like certain smells with colors and stuff? They got that or like numbers have smells. They got that weird brain thing.
Yeah, I guess I've kind of heard of it, but I don't really get it
I've never gotten it either. I mean, there are some items where I think of a color probably, but like
Well, there's certain musics that I like, genres that I cannot listen to. Like they would put me in a bad mood fast.
like what?
Well, like something like polka.
Polka, what is that?
Like polka music, like Ukrainian. Like they play on.
Oh, with the accordions?
The accordion kind of, yeah. I hate that stuff, man. I can't stand that music. Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
Roll out the barrel.
I don't know. I can't really picture what that sounds like. Pull up a song.
Want a polka song? Okay.
Pull up a polka. Hey, hold on, guys. What's a good polka song? Richard Cheese, Lounge Against the Machine, and he'll do Welcome to the Jungle and stuff. I don't really listen to it, but it's the only lounge music I would listen to if I did. Oh, so he does covers. He's got like a gimmick to it. Does anyone have a good polka song? Roll out the barrels.
That's what I said, yeah. Roll up barrels.
Do not drink water.
Don't drink
Did you know
water.
that prostate problems have nothing to do with the prostate
Wow.
itself,
Nope.
but with something?
Didn't know that.
This sounds like what you'd have on a theme park ride.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if I classify that as the kind of polka that I remember. There you go. Pretty classic polka.
Okay. I wouldn't listen to that either, but it wouldn't put me in a bad mood. That sounds like
I
music.
guess it'd be like Oktoberfest kind of music, like drinking some beer and some, listening to some polka.
I
could
feel
do
like
it if
it's
I had
more
enough
like
beers in me, maybe.
going on a slow roller coaster. That's what that sounds like. Yeah, so it's kind of boring. Like, it's not one of those where you're like, ah! It's just like, yay.
And
It's like one where you put a baby on and feel
some
safe.
country back in the day used to, like, if it was super depressing, I couldn't listen to it very long.
Dude, I love sad songs.
I like them, but I just kind of,
Country music nowadays I don't like.
no.
I like some of it, but
Like some good old George Jones back in the day.
Yeah, I
some
like
good
George
old
Jones.
depressing country songs.
dude, Golden Ring. Yeah, I love that song. They're like, oh, we're in love. Let's go to the pawn shop, get a ring because we're broke, but we're in love, and that's all that matters. Actually, let's get a divorce and put the ring back in the pawn shop. You're just like, oh.
O-R-C.
Also, what's that song? What's that George Jones song? Well, that's
I always think of the step right up, come on.
Step Right Up.
If you like to
Something.
Yeah. And over there sits a chair where she'd bring my paper to me. Yeah, that was pretty whiny.
Dude, his voice. I like George Jones, but his voice, like his haircut, is
His
perfect
haircut
for
was
his
horrible.
voice. It's
It was-
perfect for his voice.
It was like he was like the
How do you get so many women with that haircut?
I don't know. He was like the Donald Trump of country.
Yeah, terrible hair.
Him and Donald had the same hair almost. That's crazy.
I like his songs though. Man, what's that song that I'm thinking of? There's like that love song that he's. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Oh, let's just look them up here. Hang on. George Jones songs. Oh, He Stopped Loving Me?
Oh yeah.
Stop loving me today.
No, that's what. That's what it's called.
Yep.
No, he stopped loving her today.
Oh, I just only seen half of it.
Yeah. He stopped loving her today. Dude, the cadence is so awful, but it works.
Yeah.
It's just like someone wrote that song quick.
Golden Ring, I hated that song.
Dude, I love that song.
Do ya?
Love it. I listen to it all the time.
That's funny.
That's on my permanent playlist.
See, so you like old stuff, you just didn't like jazz style stuff.
I don't like jazz. Jazz, it just sounds like noise. It sounds like someone's like, you know those one-man bands where they have like the backpack with the bass drum and like they have the, you know, and that's what it sounds like, but someone who's like not playing yet. They're moving to their street corner to do their performance, you know, they're busking.
Yeah.
It's like, right, it has all, that's what jazz is to me. It's not good.
That's too funny.
It's, or like a children's first time concert, you know, like in school where none of them can play instruments yet.
Right.
That's jazz.
That's jazz.
Yeah. I'd rather listen to a recorder.
So no Tony Bennett for you?
I don't even know who that is.
Tony Bennett?
That He Stopped Loving Her Today song.
Yeah.
Is, I know that song from when I was a kid because my mom liked George Jones quite a bit. She went to his last concert that he had in Edmonton, and so she put on his albums.
What's the other Mama Tried?
Mama trying to raise me better. That one?
Yeah. What's his name? He's got two sons now that sing a lot of his stuff, and his youngest son, I think, sounds exactly like him, but better.
Oh yeah.
Come on, what's his last name? You know, dude, he spent some time in prison when he was younger, and
Does anyone know what Clint is talking about?
older country guy that spent some time in prison.
In prison? Prison?
Yeah, San Quentin or something like that.
Okay.
I guess I could look that up. Someone on there will know. Country artist that spent time in prison. David Allen Coe did, apparently.
Oh, I love David Allen Coe. Tony Bennett Left My Heart in San Francisco.
I love Tony Bennett.
Merle Haggard?
Merle Haggard.
That's who you're
Is that
thinking
what
of?
I'm thinking of? It is, yeah. But Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson,
Oh, the Highwaymen?
David Allen Coe, all guys that spent time in prison at one point. Glenn Campbell.
Wait, were they called the Highwaymen? What were they called? What was their band called?
The highway. Oh, with Merle Haggard.
Johnny Cash, yeah.
Johnny Cash and a few other dudes. Yeah, I think the Highwaymen or something.
Dude, I don't know. I like that style. I like country western music a lot.
Merle. I spell Merle.
Merle, M-E-R-L-E, I think.
Merle. Merle.
That's a terrible name. I would hate to have that name.
Merle. My mom was a Beverly. It's a pretty old school country name. Right. Sons.
Wait, you didn't like Golden Ring, but you liked He Stopped Loving Her Today?
I don't know that I necessarily liked He Stopped. I didn't mind that one.
Dude, that one's even more sad.
I just don't like the song Golden Ring. I don't know.
Oh, you just don't like it?
I think it was one of those songs my mom probably sang when I was younger when she used to sing old country stuff.
And you're just like, shut
And
up.
I'd be like, God, I don't want to listen to this. I hate this. So Ben Haggard's the guy I was thinking of.
Oh, Ben Haggard, okay.
It's one of his, I think it's his youngest son.
Okay.
Voice is so nice.
You know what? I wonder if it sucks that people think that you're just riding the coattails of your father, you know?
It probably would, and him and his one older brother sing actually a lot of their dad's old stuff.
Right.
But he does it justice, though. His voice is freaking nice.
You think he sounds like him?
He does, but it's a little creamier sounding.
Yeah.
That's a bit more polished.
Okay, stop playing or I'm gonna get demonetized.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't think it really sounds like him, but
You don't think so?
nah. I mean, kind of, I guess. Step right up.
Come on. If you'd like. If you'd like what? What is that song?
Dude, I just really want to listen to Georgie Jones now. Good old Georgie Jones. Apparently,
If you'd like to take the Grand Tour, that's what it is, Grand Tour.
right, the Grand Tour.
If
Yeah.
you'd like to take the Grand Tour.
You know what George Jones songs I don't really like? Is Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes?
I don't know.
It's not sad at all. I mean, it is sad, I guess, kind of, but like, it's not a love sadness, so it's not compelling to me. I'm just like, grow up. There'll always be music.
Mo Pitney, that's another guy I really like.
I don't know him.
You ever listen to him?
I
He's a
never
younger country guy.
Oh,
But sings old school country though.
hold on. I think I did hear of him. I don't know him, but I think I did hear of him. Coulter Wall seems to be making ripples. Okay, Coulter Wall, great voice.
Yeah?
Great voice. He sings The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie. I don't know
Okay.
if that's what it's called.
I think I know the song though.
Dude, so good. I don't like most of the songs that I've heard, but I love his voice. Also, there's this guy who sings a song, Cuckoo, and it's country. Frick, it sounds good. I don't know who he is. He's I saw him on Reels. He makes TikToks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I tried to use his music for my vlog one time, but actually maybe I did. I have to just some of the music's copyrighted, some of it's not. So if I find it that is not like if I can use it, then I'll use it.
Right.
There's a guy who I found the other day, same way. I was like, dude, this is so good. I gotta use it for the next.
Old style country?
Yeah, kind of sounds like it. Yeah, but he's like a kid. Who the frick is that?
That's Mo Pitney.
Oh, old, like 90s old.
Some of his stuff's kind of older sounding.
That sounds like 90s
Kind of, I guess, yeah. Early 90s kind of
or
stuff.
80s or something.
Yeah.
Merle is a better name than a boy named Sue.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan said that Coulterwall has a voice like an 80-year-old. Yeah, I guess.
Does he have a raspy voice?
Yeah, pull him up.
Okay.
Coulterwall. Just listen to it quietly. The devil wears a suit and tie. If I could sing, I would be all over that.
I'd like to sing the crooner jazz stuff that you hate, but I got stuck with a country voice.
Dude, that stuff is like, why would you want to sing that? I feel like
I
someone,
like it. I don't know.
someone tricked someone into it. Like someone was like, you would sing that like, I don't know, in a bathroom or something. Like I don't know. No, not in a bathroom. Like I'm trying to think of like where's the proper part where someone would be like how do you practice? I guess you don't practice.
What?
You intentionally sound bad,
You intentionally sound bad?
right? Like if you got good at singing, you probably couldn't do that genre because you would your training and your voice training, whatever, you would start sounding good, and the genre does not
You have to
lend
a lot of
itself to
those
good.
dudes scoop their notes a lot. Well, like Dean Martin used to do it a lot, right?
Okay, Dean Martin I like though, so maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm too critical maybe.
When your moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
Yeah, I like that song.
That's amore.
Yeah, I like that song. We used to listen to it when we played volleyball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dean Martin?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, guys, we're getting a good. Did you find that song?
What's it called?
The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We're getting somewhere with this cub here. I don't know how well you can see it on camera where his nose is, but
before, but he's a younger dude, eh?
yeah, he's like 20 or something.
He's a super deep voice.
Yeah.
Yes. Totally have heard him. He actually does this for the original 16 brewery sessions.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember this dude. His voice is like really low. Hey, come on.
I met a man I did mistakes ago. He drove a Series 10 Cadillac and wore a
That's a different voice, man.
It's
It's
good.
pretty cool, though.
Dude, it's like
Yeah.
it lends itself to a lot of, I don't know, stories. You can tell a lot of
Yeah,
stories
he's a
about
storyteller voice for sure. Yeah. But it's like just so deep and so raspy, and I don't know that I could listen to a lot of it, but it's pretty cool voice.
I feel like it's good for like soundtracks.
Right.
Like if you put that in a movie.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd necessarily be. I'm gonna listen to some of it right now, but
He's probably on Yellowstone. I don't know if he is, but it would work on that show.
yeah, totally. All right, see you guys. I'm going back.
Let's going back to work, guys. Okay, let me give him some laser eyes. what I would be. Okay, let me. I probably don't like that. I'll go with this instead. Okay. We need Okay, I think that's where we'll stop for today, or for now. I'm going to take a little break, but this is what we have for our session 2, which I'm liking. I'm not actually going to keep the eyes yellow, just so you know. That's what I have for now. Oh, Jim is back. Coulter Wall is from a bit south of where I live. His sister is a great potter. I have a mug she made. Oh, that's cool. Oh, is it a bear family? Is it that hard to know for sure? Well, I'm not hitting the mark with the 2 paintings I showed today. Is that a moose on the back left? What? That wouldn't even make sense to paint. Wait, what does this look like to you? Ian Tyson had a good country voice. Summer Wages. I'm gonna listen to that. Anyways, I'm gonna go. This was session 2. I might do session 3, maybe later today or tomorrow. I don't know. But this is actually going, I think, a little quicker than the moose did, for some reason. But, anyways, I'm kind of stoked. I'm going to look at some reference photos while I take a break. If you're interested in this painting. It'll be available at my art show April 19th. So come out, and if you wear a costume, apparently we're going to give away door prizes for that. So, there we go. Alright guys, have a good day. Final look. I'm going to post it on my Instagram as well. But final look until session 3. Have a good day / night and everything else.